Yo, it's Monday. We know what that means. We're live on tap. On tap. Let's make sure that we're on here, guys. Make sure we're on the right channel, first of all. First and foremost, let's make sure we're on the right channel. There we go. Yes, we are off and running. How are you guys doing? Look at the shirt of the night, right? Polk High, Al Bundy. Forget Alvin Kamara with his 6 touchdowns or whatever he scored. Insane. Probably winning everyone's fantasy football championship. I'm actually in the championship myself too, but it's through it's like a random league that I'm in, and I was in like 3 leagues. Nothing crazy. Yeah, was it 3 leagues? Yeah, 3 leagues and a pick 'em week by week type of a thing. Whoever gets the most picks correct wins. So last year I had won a championship in football. It was a random league. This year I am in the finals again. Only it's the playoffs are based over 2 weeks, and 9-4 in that league, and going up against the 11-2 team, I believe it was 11-2, and I'm down right now after week 1. I'm down. Gee, let me tell you how many points it is. I think I'm down 20. Down 15 points, 143 to 158. We have next week is the final week. So let's see if I could do a back-to-back. And looks like I won the pick'em. I have 14 correct after week, what was it, week 17? I have 14 correct. So, well, we were in week 14, right? Let's see. Let's see how many I have correct. I think it was like 14 or 15. Let's see. I'll tell you, one guy either forgot to make his pick or just made it in time. Yeah, he picked the bill. Oh. So it's 14, and the other guy has 13 wins. So pretty much if I win next week, that's it. If I lose and he wins, we're at a tie. But, that's that. I hope your holidays, your Christmas was good. If you don't celebrate, I hope your holiday weekend was good. Hopefully you had some time off from work, from school, whatever it may be. Hopefully you were able to relax. And this is the last week of, well, we could probably all agree for the most part has been a horrible year. Horrible year. And what we do here on tap again is we talk some sports. About some stories that I was not able to get to throughout this week. And, we just take it from there. Talk some sports, have some laughs, drink a little beer, drink a little soda. Cheers to you to a better 2021. That's why it's called On Tap. On Tap, On Tap. And where do we begin? I want to begin somewhere where I usually with this, I usually don't cover it. I cover it separately as far as wrestling goes. But this is something that if you were following Twitter, um, just kind of took over the news. I'm sure we all have someone that we know that follows wrestling, and I do follow wrestling. I do wrestling content, and I just wanted to get this out there in regards to Brodie Lee. You may know him as Luke Harper, and it's just absolutely sad. 41 years old. Jeez, I'm 2 years behind him. I'm actually, gonna be 40 in March. I'm right behind him, my age. Has two sons. I have a son. It's just blows your mind. It's you know such a sad story. Um, you know Harper, Brodie, whatever you want to refer to him. He was wrestling in backyards long before he was in any genuine wrestling promotion. He wrestled in places such as Ring of Honor, Shikara, several other wrestling organizations before reaching the WWE. He debuted in WWE in 2012 as Luke Harper, a member of the Wyatt family. While he may have been overshadowed by Bray Wyatt, who was the leader, he did eventually come into his own. He won the Intercontinental Championship. And at the end of the day, he was also a three-time tag team champion. The fans of WWE often kind of push the company to give him a bigger profile, right? Um, he was on TV, he was in feuds, he was on pay-per-views, and you could legitimately say that he made it. He was on consistently on TV for quite some time. But if with wrestling fans, they wanted more, they expected more. Um, you might even argue that the fans were the ones that led him to win the Intercontinental title. Never won a world title in the WWE. Probably never even needed to. Still managed to impact fans and become a lasting memory as a result. He was granted a release in December of 2019. He would then go to AEW, All Elite Wrestling. He used the name Brodie Lee, introduced as the leader of the Dark Order, right? He would feud with various wrestlers, including Jon Moxley, who he wrestled on the Indies, Cody Rhodes. He would held the TNT title for 55 days. Tragically, just cut short, and he was on his way, I think, to a very successful run in AEW. Maybe even would win the world championship. Who knows? And you're truly never really going to know, how great of a wrestler he could have been. And everywhere that you read from as far as the wrestling aspect of it, all the performers, just nothing but nice things to say about this guy. I remember, because I do follow WWE, AEW. I remember when he um, lost the title, and he was off TV in October which was his last match. It was a match against Cody Rhodes. I started thinking to myself, like, when are we going to see him back on TV? Like, he was out for some time. Um, I think it was his ankle that he had an ankle injury. I think like he had a legit ankle injury or something to that regards, which kept him out. Um, but we come to find out it was um, apparently a non-COVID lung issue. Um, and it's I don't know. I don't know if he. It sounds, and I'm not trying to make any assumptions, but it sounds like a lot of people knew about his condition as to what happened. Um, there was even like rumors or speculations that his son, something that was like done off air, his son kind of won the champion. His son is 8 years old, won the championship from the current champion. People were saying that this was done that way. Brodie Lee could have seen his son be a champion, though it was unofficial. And you hear stories like that, and it's just a really sad situation. Sad situation. Um, yeah, sad. Rest in peace, Brodie Lee, and your heart goes out to his wife and to his two kids. Just at a loss of words. Henrik Lundqvist, former Ranger for 15 years, signed this year with the Capitals. Announced that he would not be playing for the Capitals this year due to a health issue. He said it was related to his heart. We now find out that he's going through, I believe, 3 weeks from now, he's going to be in having a open heart surgery. So you definitely wish him all the best. Is this the end of his career? You don't know, and quite frankly, I don't think it matters. What matters is that they could fix that he could recover from this heart ailment as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. Looking into this past game, for Monday Night Football, you look at the Bills versus the Patriots, and it was a ugly Patriots loss. And in Cam Newton, you've seen Cam Newton uh, being benched. Listen, Bills came in there with 11 wins. And they just put, as much as it pains me to say this because I'm a Dolphin fan, but the Bills put on a clinic offensively. And that defense of the Bills did not allow the Patriots to get any momentum at all. At all. This also pains me to say this, but the odds are up there that people are saying that I think it's an or I think it's I read something that it went in disorder where it's they're going with they're going with Kansas City, Packers number two, and I think Bills number three as far as the best odds of going into the Super Bowl. But this Monday night football game, yeah, Cam Newton at quarterback, right? Cam Newton coming into this year was trying to rejuvenate himself, trying to prove the league wrong. Remember that pretty much no one was giving him an offense. No one was giving him a deal, rather. And, he came into this season trying to prove everyone wrong and kind of looking to earn himself another contract. But this game, he couldn't get Newton couldn't get anything going. He finished 5 for 10, 34 yards. He played 6 series, and the Patriots went 3 and out on half of them. 34 passing yards were the fewest by a Patriots starting quarterbacks since 1993. Now, don't get me wrong, he was definitely a victim of a drop pass or two. He wasn't sharp at all throwing the ball, and it seems hard to believe that the Patriots, I think, maybe think that he's even the answer for 2021. Now, you put in Stidham, who honestly wasn't much better as he finished the game triple X there. Wow, it's unfair since it was kind of mop up duty, and he likely, excuse me. I'm yawning because I'm watching the Bills here with Sean McDermott. Do they really suck? Do they really suck? Let's go Dolphins. Listen, Stidham, he had mop-up duty. And he likely spent all week running the scout team. He didn't do anything to make it clear that he was deserving, honestly, to start the game to begin with. It's hard to envision him, as the quarterback of the future. That Patriots defense was just flat out embarrassed. With Allen at quarterback, the Bills scored touchdowns on 5 of their last 6 possessions, right? So those drives were 70 yards, 75, 67, 75, and 95. Buffalo had 10 players record receptions in the game, right? 10 players record receptions. So the offense was spread around. By contrast, the Patriots have 8 players who have had more than 5 receptions all year. Take a look at that stat. Bright spots for the Patriots. One of them was Sonny Michel. I think he has been running as well as he ever has the last 2 weeks. Right? Mitchell finished with 10 carries, and I believe it was like 69 yards. But given the deficit, really didn't do much running past the first quarter. Um, just my thoughts on that. Now, also in that game, boy, was Mr. Bill Belichick mad. Listen, the Patriots, they're specialists, solid once again. Jake Bailey flipped the field on a number of his punts, and although Nick Folk missed an extra point, he extended his career high and made field goals to 26. But again, coming out of this game, you had ton of injuries for the Patriots. Devin McCourty, Tashawn Bauer got injured. Trez Hall, Shaq Mason, David Andrews all left in the game due to an injury. The team came into the game with 21 players on its injury report, and that could even be even more heading into Week 17 against the Jets. For the first time since 2000, the Patriots were swept by a divisional opponent. So that's pretty insane as well, if you really want to think about it. We're going to take a break here, and I'm going to leave you with something to kind of sink your teeth in. And I made a video about Dwayne Haskins being released. Well, let me give you a video about a video that I made 2 months ago when Dwayne Haskins was benched as a starting quarterback. As I will go recharge the juices, get a drink here, and I'll be back. But let me share this video that I made with you 2 weeks ago. 2 months ago, rather. It's A-OK for you guys. Welcome to a new edition from the Bleachers Sports Show. Guys, have a seat. Make yourself at home. Subscribe if you haven't had the chance to do so, please. It means a lot to me. We're talking some NFL. We're talking NFL. We're talking Kyle Allen. Will be the starter in Week 5 for the Washington Redskins. And Dwayne Haskins takes a seat there. Listen, and this now listen. Has he regressed? Haskins, listen, it's a new system, and this could be nothing more than sitting Haskins down until he has a better grasp of the offense. Right? Coaches see the players on a daily basis in practice. There are meetings, film room, what have you. They have a much better idea what's going on than the fans do. Do I think that he's the quarterback for the future? I don't think so necessarily, but you never know. He could still turn out to be that guy. Remember, it was a strange offseason. No real OTAs. Coaching staff new. And with that is a new system. I wonder too, if he's a right fit for the way this offense needs to operate this year. Some of their deficiencies and their injuries. It could evolve next year as they add more of a supporting cast, and you hope that they have a full offseason. And what I think here too, now remember, he has only 13 games under his season. You really need to let him, especially with this new system, give him time to evolve. But what this does say to me, possibly, This has me. If you're a Redskin fan, or if you're a Washington football team, this maybe has given you a lot of confidence in Rivera. Here's what I said. By the way, he's coaching while he's sick. That's, I don't know. It's unbelievable. But I don't know why he's doing that. Really, I mean, it says a lot for his dedication. But you have faith in Rivera, I think, with this, that he won't just be a puppet, but actually watch and sees what is going on this with this team, and he's going to make the adjustments that are better for the entire team, not just Haskins. Again, Haskins needs his time to get humble, watch, and learn a thing or two. He's going to be better, I think, definitely in the long run for it. Why should you put all the eggs in one basket when he only has 1 year of college experience at quarterback? Right? So, I mean, you can't put all your eggs in one basket. Kyle Allen, you know, and not setting the world on fire either with Carolina, but you got to examine everything at all costs, all avenues to see what you have. See what you have. I hope all is well, guys, and I look forward to speaking to you very, very soon. And there, talking about the Haskins. As you could tell by that video that I made 2 months ago, I still was not ready to give up on Haskins. Since then, a couple more things have come out on Haskins where you kind of have, maybe not to that degree, not to that standard, where you kind of have visions of Johnny Manziel and what happened with his career, or lack of. It never even really got started. Honestly, um, but to his credit, after he was released, he said that that he blames no one for himself. After he blames no one for himself for not taking the responsibility of being a quarterback in the NFL. 2 interceptions versus Carolina on Sunday. He was also fined like 40,000 for being maskless at a strip club a week earlier. Listen, the guy might have all the talent in the world, but you gotta also be a leader in the locker room and be a little bit wiser. I made a whole video. I'm not going to go into it again. I made a whole video in regards to the in regards to what I thought of the in regards to what I thought about Haskins and his release. Um, you know, kind of another a bummer to me is we have lost Spencer Dinwiddie. He was, I think, going to be absolutely tearing it up in the league. Now that he was playing with, guys like Kevin Durant and a Kyrie Irving. But Spencer Dinwiddie is going to be out. Because he have a torn ACL. So obviously that that kind of puts playing him or trading him on hold. In my opinion. And before yesterday, Shamat might have been next up, right? TLC, or maybe you might say Ty Johnson, or a combination, gets minutes for that game. Still, for Spencer, what's the best way to put it? You could say that this injury, listen, Spencer Dinwiddie carried that team last year on his back. On his back. And, he's going to be gone for the year. And who are you going to sign? You're going to sign Jamal Crawford? I don't know about that. Now, this team too, the Brooklyn Nets with Nash. See what they could do. Look, and so far, if I'm looking at the Nets, and the Spencer Dinwiddie injury, they have two. They have a big problem, and I know it's 2 games in a row. A bruising, physical, defensive present is expected to, big guy. Big guy. He's going to be hard to replace. Going to be hard to replace. I think you need a bruising, physical, defensive presence. I think that's what's missing on this team's far. Now I know we're only 4 games in, 5 games in, but if they rely on being a flashy scoring team without good, solid defenses, this is a weakness that's going to doom the Nets in the postseason. So you got to fix that. Next man up, you feel bad for Spencer Dinwiddie. You have the team, though, of Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant. I think hopefully since, Kyrie Irving didn't want to play with Durant and this was their whole thing, I do think that Durant will be able to keep Kyrie Irving in check, which is something that is needed. Now I'm going to step away. I'm going to give you something that you guys could critique. Listen to. It's very older. Still think it's important to share though. All right, be right back. And we're going to get into some baseball talk here. Get well, Spencer Dinwiddie. Let's find you a nice video here. We're going to go way back. Let's talk about the Texans and their firing of Bill O'Brien. Let's backtrack to that from 2 months ago.
And you know, when you look at it for this guy, I think at the end of the day, you know, what O'Brien's problem was that he was always going for it. Making these trades, always going for it, maybe not seeing the bigger picture of it. On the way to a top 5 pick, you know, Mr. O'Brien, I'm a Dolphin fan. He's going to be in the Dolphins Ring of Honor someday. Tunsil. Yeah, I think that's the you know what hurt him. Miami has Houston's first and second picks. Laramie Tunsil and Kenny Stills for 2 first rounders and a second. You know, you know, what are you gonna? And a wide receiver, the top wide receiver for half of an apple, French fry, and a dry erase board. Now where do they go from here? If you maybe fired him last year, Hopkins might still be there. Watson has seemed to kind of regressed because he doesn't have the playmakers that he used to. That could be very well be part of it. I hope, you know, if you're a Texan fan, that they can figure out what's going on with Watson. He seemed to go a few steps back. Who's next now? Maybe Eric Benemy? Going from Patrick Mahomes to Deshaun Watson would be an easy transition. And it's still, you know, you can still keep the same style of offense. And I think Houston, you know, as opposed to Atlanta, would be a better option for him. You know, you're looking at a team with a 25-year-old quarterback with a lot of talent and a lot of years ahead of him, versus a team with a 35-year-old quarterback who's going to need to be replaced soon. Even though he could try and draft a quarterback that he wants in Atlanta, you still have the learning curve. Whereas Watson is already set. I think that, you know, I think he's a perfect candidate for that job there. Sorry, will be a perfect job for the Texans. So I hope all is well, and I look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.
Pretzels, the gateway to your soul. As we're approaching 1 a.m., in the morning, I want to talk some baseball. JT Realmuto, where do you guys see him? Where do you see him going? Still nothing yet on DJ LeMahieu as well. JT Realmuto, nothing yet. Where is he going? It's determining. it's you wait and see, and that will determine everything. But to me, JT Realmuto is he's like a very nice piece of jewelry, right? Or outfit for for a beautiful woman, let's just say, right? It can work out great, but the person wearing it has to be beautiful in the first place for it to really matter. The only teams that can truly win a World Series by signing Realmuto are teams that have offenses that are so loaded already that the catcher position is the only position that has room for improvement. Paying, Realmuto, Realmuto, like he's going to produce like an outfielder or a corner infielder with great offense is one thing. Actually relying on him to do it is a totally different thing. Any team, I think any team that signs JT should look at him as icing on the cake, because they're gonna make the playoffs anyway, and he might push them over the top and help them win it all. Very possible. Any team expecting more than that from him is clearly not going to win a championship. The Phillies are a perfect example of a team that will, well, I lost my train of thought here. The Phillies are a perfect example of a team that will not win a championship by signing Realmuto if they do. They can't even make the playoffs without him. Heck, how are they even going to make the playoffs with him? Any team in a similar situation should shy away from paying a catcher of all positions over $100 million. I'm sure he will get it though. It would be a waste that never produces the world championship their fans that their fans truly want. It will be a waste that never produces the world championship. Remember, I said that the fans want. In fact, guys, who was the last catcher on a $100+ million deal that worked out? You could even make the argument of Posey, but the Giants were right there on the cusp of winning it all um, without him. So that's the so that's the only reason why it worked out. The Giants still wish, I think, that they were out of that contract years ago. Mauer is the only other example, and that was a disaster. Money wasted, right? Um, it's gonna be interesting. Who signs him? And I don't think right now that if you do sign him, that you expect him to be the best catcher in baseball 4 or 5 years from now. Heck, he's not even the best catcher now. Things that make you go ponder. So you wonder where JT Realmuto will go. You watch those sweepstakes. Phil Niekro also passed away. Knuckleballer. Knuckleballer. This guy was amazing. Phil Niekro, the knuckleballer. Now, where do I want to go with this? "81 years old, Niekro. Just everyone, as far as Niekro, his career stretched across 424 seasons. He retired at the age of 48 after one final game in Atlanta uniform. 48. Imagine that. Niekro had a whopping 19 seasons of 200 plus innings pitched, with 4 of those seasons topping the 300 inning threshold. Amazingly, Niekro assessed this injury despite only posting about 140 Major League Baseball innings and only one start prior to his 28th birthday. So, not the most model of situations in the former president. But it looks like he was trying to do right here. Trying to see if there's anything other that I would like to add in regards to this subject of where JT Realmuto would be going. I know you guys are not patient, and neither am I, when it comes to something like this. Want to go into PRB. 1 second, guys. All right, guys. Hold on here. Be right back. Also, some news around the diamond. The Red Sox are interested in Enrique Hernandez, apparently. Hernandez has been a key part of the Dodgers roster over the last 6 seasons. He's hit 240, 312, 425 over 1874 plate appearances, playing almost every position on the diamond except for catcher. 2014 season was with the Marlins and Astros. He has played 200 games, 200 appearances at second, 179 in center, 127 in left, 82 as a shortstop, and 75 games in right field. Also, some work in both corner infield spots. So, basically, after letting fan and community favorite Brock Holt walk at the age of 31 and letting the abomination that was 2020 roll along, Bloom recognized the value of a guy who plays any position. Now he wants Hernandez going into age 30 a season, except hitting for lower average, but with some extra pop in the bat. That's what you expect. Before we hear batting average isn't everything, when we say that batting average isn't everything. Enrique has a significant lower OBP than Brock did when he was let go. If we compared, previous results of the 4 to 5 years of a player results. Heck, listen, maybe Bloom is learning for a little on the job. Too bad he's wasting competitive seasons of core players to do it, right? Hey, just my thought. I like Brock Holt with the Red Sox. I really did. Do 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 do. Another baseball trade, in case you missed it. Josh Bell from the Pirates over to the Nationals. And I get that the Pirates are a small market team, but that's why you build your team using draft picks. And one breaks out and becomes a household name like Bell, you build around them. This is why the Pirates will never win. Examples from the past: Cole, Bell, Hudson, Cruz. These were all guys they could have built around, but chose to let go. Listen, some key talent as well, like Kutch, Cole, and the Pirates didn't choose to build around them in any meaningful way at all. They basically traded them for no return, basically, or just try to resign them. I don't know. I felt that with a guy like Bell in Pittsburgh, they were close to putting it together. They were only a pitching staff away. Bell, Moran, Polanco, and others. They had, you know, they were right there with that core, with that group. I think they had a chance of that at that division. You know, it's how much more can you bear being a Pirate fan? I think with that last bit of news there, I think it would be time to kind of say our dues. We did an hour here. This was Ontap. Sorry for the abrupt finish there, as I was just looking to see if I missed anything that I wanted to go over. Please like and subscribe. hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot. I hope all is well, and I look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.